Hello everyone, hope everyone's having a great day. I've got some people wanting me to do a video on how I done my doll hats. First I wanted to show you the dolls. This one I done on a party hat, which I won't do another one on that because they give and cave in, which you can't tell it, but I can. I doubled my petals, glued two together, so that way they would be thicker and you couldn't see through them. So each one of these layers has two petals glued together. I took the legs off of the doll. I put the body of the doll down on top of the hat and glued it on. This is the top that come on the dress. I kept it. Then I just made her a little belt with a flower on it. I wanted to show you that. Take her hat off. This is the first one that I done. I done her with a 2-liter Mountain Dew bottle. I just done the same with it. Took the legs off and put the top of the body down in the bottle and glued it in. And here's her hat. But I think they're quite pretty. I still haven't put a belt on this one. I think the next one I do, I think I'll try it on a cone like this, or one of the cones from Dollar Tree, which I know the dress won't fan out as big, so that might not be a good idea. Really need a bigger cone so her dress stands out full. This one kind of just stands straight down. It don't fan out like the red one with the party hat. But you could take your poster board, roll it into a cone, and pack newspaper or something up in them. That's what I normally do for my trees. And then that way it won't be giving and caving in on you. But there's that one. Does take a lot of petals, like I said, gluing two together. But on these hats, I've got a medicine cup, which it's 1.5 inches tall, about 1.5 inches wide. Around. What I done is I took a spool of ribbon, which is 3 inches round. I laid it on my foam, traced around it, and then I flipped my cup up to get my center. And this is what you'll have. Now the hole will be a little big, but once you glue your foam on here, it won't be too big. But I cut this circle out with an X-Acto knife, and I'm going to glue it on top. I do have a little bit of overhang, which when I glue it, I will cut that overhang off. Just going to put glue on the bottom of this measuring cup. Medicine cup, not measuring cup. Just gonna stick that on there and let it dry. And then when it dries, I'll trim it off. And that's all I done, just glued that on the bottom. I'm going to take me some scissors I can get pretty close to, and I'm going to Just cut this right around the edge. Then you'll have that. Now I got to take and see how much foam I need to cover the sides. This will come out uneven, but your whatever you decorate it with will cover it up. Just try and make sure you find you something to cover it with. We'll try and get a bunch of this extra out of my way here. Don't want to cut it too short. All I'm doing is wrapping it around the cup. Then I'm going to cut up at an angle, giving myself a little bit of extra. I'm going to hold my cup there, leave myself some extra, and just cut it off. Now what I'm going to do is take and glue this right around the top edge of where that foam is. So I had the raw edges of it. Like I said, this will come out uneven at the top and the bottom. But once you glue it down, you won't be able to tell it. After you cover it up, that is. Just going to go right here along the edge of this one piece of foam. I'm going to glue it down. Ouch. Ooh, doggy. That burn already. You see there, I've got that glued down, which is at an angle. Which you can't wrap a cup and your foam come out even. It's just, if somebody knows how to do that, then let me in on the secret. But I'm going to run some glue right here beside this, all the way down. I'm going to press that down. Doesn't look like much right now, does it? But I'm going to take and I can pick my scissors up. I'll go right in here and trim this off. Got a little bit there that didn't hold. And I gotta trim the top or the bottom. This is the bottom. Now flip it over and trim the top. These are really simple to make. And there we have the hat that's covered. I'm hoping this is pink and not red. No, it's not. I'm going to take this pom-pom trim here. You could use this bling if you wanted to. But first I'm going to cut that off because I got a little bit of glue on it. I'm going to put the pom-poms facing down. This doesn't take much glue. Get around there and see where I need it trimmed at. On these pom-pom trims, I try to cut right beside the ball, or it seems to want to fray, so that's how I do mine. And I have that part. Well, I'll tell you what, this happens to me every time I get on video. Can someone tell me where I laid my bottom part of my hat? I'm looking in the floor. Oh, there it is. It's still on the sheet. Goodness gracious. Anyhow, back to this. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to try and cut it to where the ink pen mark isn't showing. I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking for this already cut out. I wasn't looking for it to still be on the sheet. Now we have what looks like a donut with a big hole in the middle. And I'm just going to Stretch this down over this. This does fit pretty tight. Kind of takes on the shape all its own. And there's the hat. I am going to take and pull the bottom up, put just a little tad of glue, because I don't want a bunch of glue showing. Then I'm going to pull that down. Just let it sit there. It'd help if I keep my fingers out of the glue. And we'll do the same to the front. Like I said, I'm not going to put no whole lot of glue. This don't need a whole lot. And we'll pull it down to the edge and leave it alone. But they pretty much take shape on their own. I'm going to put some on, just a little bit on each corner. Just enough to hold it down there. We'll switch over to this side. Do just a little bit. Now right here where the seam's at, right there. See, I think I'll do my pom-pom trim first. And on the bottom, I'm going to have it facing up. And start in the back where the seam is. Just put it right along the brim of the hat. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Started to do some, I think it's called rick-rack on these, but that rick-rack's not going to hide your seams. This will. Just going right along the seams, gluing this down. Then I will cut the extra off. And glue that down. You can have this hat where to fold down, where to fold up. Be cute, take and fold it up to the sides like that. Look like a little cowgirl hat. But like I said, these pretty much take shape on their own. Now on my seam, I've got 3 little flowers here that I'm going to glue to cover it up. And I always glue my flowers before I cut them, and then that way they don't, I just put a little bit of glue around the edges of the flower, that way they don't fall apart when you're cutting them. There's nothing I hate worse is to cut into a flower and it start coming apart. So I'm going to, got them cut down pretty far. I'm going to take and glue these on here. Show this to you here just as soon as I get the flowers on here. I'll put one right at above the 2 that I glued at the bottom. And there's the finished hat. Now on these tops, I noticed I done this part first. I should have done the sides first because the light pink in the top of mine is showing, which it's not in these. I do believe I done the sides first and then glued the top on. But either way it goes, your bling will cover most of that up. And it covered this up, which it looks like how I done them on that one. I'm not sure, but if I would have done the sides first and then my top would have covered the raw edges of the pink, if you see what I'm saying. And on these it's not. So apparently I done it backwards, but if you watch this video all the way through, you will see my mistakes. I haven't done these in a while. I done these 2 and set them up, been about a year ago, and hadn't made any in a while, so it's took me a little bit to figure out how I made them. But you got you some medicine cups at home. Let me put this pink one on this pretty pink doll, the one I just done. Find her flower there, and there she is. This is the hat that I just done. Get up off her eyes. I don't know if I said it or not, but these are dolls from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I kept the top, just cut the skirt off, took her legs off and put her down in a, one of them's inside a bottle, one of them's inside a cone. And all you got to do is just glue your petals on and you'll have your pretty doll. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope it helps. And that will be it for this video, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.